Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is June 3rd, 2023, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000 on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation here, just to look at the market and what I expect. If you're interested in trading, please contact us at Right Side Trading, and we can help. Boom. Let's jump back into the charts and go with this market review right quick. Let me zoom in here on the quarterly chart. The Russell is still out there on the quarterly chart, as you can see. But one of the things I've been noticing, green candle, green candle, green candle, even though this quarter is not done yet, it's just getting started here. But that's what I see. I see the stochastic actually trying to turn around also. So let me maximize this where you can see maybe a little bit better. But it's still kind of sloping down, but it's turning green. Another one of my rules, though, based on pivots as we're looking at here, these are yearly pivots. I had said earlier, I don't know if we're going to get above these yearly pivots. This is going to be a big target for us to get above here. It's just these yearly pivots here and this pivot line. But I do have another supply line based on this red candle up here. So big picture, we got room for the Russell to go higher, and it did make a big move this week, and we'll take a closer look at that. Let's go down here to the monthly chart, and on the monthly chart, we're actually getting a reversal type pattern. It came down to my lows. If you can look at, I'm leaving my videos out there now. You can see that these lows and these lines have been out there. It's not something that I'm throwing out there, as I make a video, as I'm trying to make sure I look right. I'm just showing you what I see. Now the thing is, one of my rules, and all who have been following me for a while, is below pivot, stay below pivot. But now here at the beginning of this month, June, we're looking like we're getting ready to break pivot. If we actually end up going higher next week, next week, and these are quarterly pivots, but I'm gonna be looking at next week going higher. So we'll be getting above this pivot here on these quarterly pivots. I'll be looking for us to actually start maybe attacking this supply level in these highs here. It's this high here, you have this high here, which is all tied to this supply over here. So we got to wait and see what's happening there. Also on the monthly pivot, what we're looking at here, we are finally got a green candle above the 10 moving average. This blue line here is our 10 moving average. This other line here is our 50 moving average. So right now we are above both of those, just as the 10 was crossing under the 50, which would have been a bad thing, looking for us to be going down. But now, as we can see, the candle is actually leading the cross before they cross back, and this market is looking kind of bullish at this time. So that's why I'm saying next week is a big critical week for the Russell, in my opinion. Let's take a look at this weekly chart, and you can see what I'm seeing here from this past week. This past week we had a lot of good news a lot of good news out there. I just leave it at that. And we got this big push, this big green candle last week. We haven't seen anything like this in a long time. I'm looking back here now. This is the last time we had a candle somewhere even close to what we've seen this past week. But after that candle, we ended up getting a red candle. So again, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking to see what's going to happen next week. So next week to me is very critical to see if the Russell is actually really turning around, and the question is going to be, can it get above this? This is probably the 200. This is the 50. Can it get back above this moving average right here? Is it going to hit this and reverse back down? Before it was hitting the 50 and couldn't get above that. I think this is the 50. And now it's above that, and now can it get above here? So that's going to be the target. And I guess it's in the live account. I know I got a target around this 183 area and all. So, but let's go ahead and take a look at and you can see also our stochastic is actually beginning to turn up. It obeyed my demand level. Can it reach my supply level? Can it get back above these moving averages? We have to wait and see. On the daily chart, this is that big Friday that we had yesterday and all. it kind of caught me off guard. Although I did play it and I did play it up, but I didn't play it as well as some others did, which I'll make a video about that and I'll show you exactly what we did. But back to the review, it gapped up. It gapped up quite a bit. These type of gaps I really don't like at all, because a lot of time these type of gaps end up getting filled, especially when they're gapping up on the Russell, when they're gapping above a high. It's kind of like back here. We didn't see all this before. When this kind of like this really wasn't a gap. Well, the market had closed on this kind of, you open, you close. This right here from the previous close, the next day open, that was a pretty good gap. It didn't gap above this candle here, and it did go up pretty good. That's not as big as this, but again, when you're near a supply level, and this is the first time doing this, you end up, if we end up with a red doji and come back down a little bit, it wouldn't surprise me, especially if it comes back down and wants to fill this gap. I don't know. Do your own analysis. Make sure you be mindful of what you're doing. But this market can continue to run and all. And that's what on the bigger picture, it looked like it can continue to run. But then when you start looking at the details, oh, I got a gap here, so it might come back down and fill this gap. And that's what I see. That's all I really want to share at this time. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys having a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Talk to you next week. Bye.